everybody. My name is Faith here at Patrick and Reeves. It's a pleasure to welcome and thank you for attending part 3 of our digital seminar on the PPP Forgiveness program, Peeling Away the Secrets of PPP Loan Forgiveness. We know this is still a super hot topic and there are a lot of questions that still need to be answered. We're still chipping away at this topic and it's really evolved over the past few months. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to get in touch with us. All contact information, including our phone number and our email address, will be in the description box below. The digital seminar is split up into multiple parts, so stay tuned for more. We're going to start off with doing our introductions of our speakers today, and then we have some SBA AICPA questions and answers. Quick disclaimer before we get started, this presentation is not intended to be legal, accounting, or tax advice. This information is for general and educational purposes only. If you have any questions about your specific and unique situation, please reach out to your legal, accounting, tax, investment, financial advisors. We have Mark Patrick, our lead partner, Tim Raines, our tax partner, and Chris Loudy, our tax manager. We're going over today the relationship between the Paycheck Protection Program and other SBA loans. Starting off with question 28. Can a qualified entity apply for both the Paycheck Protection Program and other SBA disaster loans?
Really good question. We actually get this a lot. Yes, borrowers may apply for both the PPP and other SBA financial assistance, including the disaster loans, the economic injury disaster loan, EIDL loans, and other Section 7A loans. However, you cannot use the loans to cover the same set of proceeds. For example, you can't use the loan proceeds to cover the same expenses. If you get your PPP loan and you have to cover, 2.5 or more months of payroll, you can't get an SBA loan to cover those same expenses. So you would simply have to use your SBA loan for other qualified expenses.
Question 29. What happens if a business applies for the Paycheck Protection Program and also receives the up to $10,000 grant from EIDL?
For the companies that apply for PPP loans and also get a grant from EIDL, the amount of the grants received for up to $10,000 will reduce the forgiveness amount of the PPP loan.
Question 30. The CARES Act included a deferral of the employer portion of the Social Security 6.2% tax until 2021-2022. Is this affected by a business's participation in the Paycheck Protection Program?
No. On June the 5th, 2020, there was an amendment to the PPP loan program under the Paycheck Protection Program Flexibility Act of 2020, which allowed a deferral of the employer portion of the Social Security until the next 2 years. If essentially it's a loan from the IRS to let you defer the payment of your employer payroll tax, but FICA only, for those 2 years. Then you pay it back 50% of the liability in 2021 at the end of the year, the fourth quarter of the 941, and the other 50% at the end of 2022 in your fourth quarter 941. So it's a very easy loan to get. There's a little bit of paperwork you have to do on the 941, but it's a great benefit if your employer taxes are a significant amount. There are other opportunities if none of these fit your needs. There are some local programs. The ViceStar joint venture with the city of Jacksonville is a small business loan. It's not a guaranteed loan like the SBA loans are, but it's a low interest loan that's subsidized by the city of Jacksonville. So that might be an alternative that you would have in any number of other SBA loan programs that are out there you might want to consider. There's also a Federal Reserve loan program called the Main Street Loan Program, but it's generally for larger loans, but you might want to consider that as an additional source of funding. You may also find in many of the mortgages that the banks and SBA are working with you. If you're having trouble paying the payments on existing loans, just work with them and they may give you a deferral of those payments or do interest only or some other alternative to help you with your cash flow. But there's an abundance of opportunities if you want to go to the SBA.gov website to see what else might be there for you.
That concludes part 3 of our digital seminar, Peeling Away the Secrets of PPP Loan Forgiveness.